So shall we start, Dr. Ashutosh, about this
Yes,
or?
I think let's just start
Yeah.
because it's already 12 minutes behind the schedule. So let's just start it so that we can finish it and people
Mm,
might be
yeah.
have planned something else after this webinar. So make them free in time. So it's a good idea to start and people can continue to keep joining in as and when they come.
Mm.
Okay, so I formally welcome all of you once again. And this is a brief introductory webinar. We don't intend to train you the skills in reattach, but definitely we'll make sure and we'll try our best that you learn the basics of reattach and know what it is and how it is to be. Okay, just a second. Somebody's saying my voice is low. So I've removed the headphone. Now I think I'll be more audible.
Much better. Yeah.
Yes. So we'll try to make sure that by the end of this webinar, you understand what it is, what are the basics of this method, and what it does. किन situations में reattach को बहुत effective हम लोग देखते हैं, अभी क्या limitations हैं, किन चीज़ों में हमने नहीं try किया है, कौन से areas के लिए researches अभी होनी है, reattach का पूरा program क्या है, international network कैसे काम कर रहा है. We'll be briefing you about everything. Is that okay? So now I request Rituji to please introduce basic reattach therapy, and then I'll be taking over from there.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Ashutosh. Like I said, reattach is a therapeutic intervention. It has been conceived, developed, and pioneered by Dr. Paula Weerkamp. She belongs to Netherlands, and she has been working in this field for the last, on this therapy for the last 10 years. And she started with working with patients on autism. Basically, then they went into the field of neuro rehabilitation. Then this is basically, Dr. Weerkamp, she came to this conclusion that when she was working on the autism, that there are certain things which are lacking in a person who has autism. I'm sure you all are from psychology background. I need not go into details that what is autism about. So when we when she started working on that, so basically she found that when there is a lack of arousal in a person, arousal, I hope you understand what it is. So when there is lack of arousal in a person, so the whole system, that is the multiple sensory processing, as you know, we have 5 senses which give us input to our brain, and the brain works accordingly based on those 5 senses. So somehow the person who has those neurodevelopmental disorders, they get the senses, but they are unable to process it. That is the multi-sensory processing that happens inside our brain, inside our body. So that is lacking. It's not smooth as per what it should be, so-called in normal people. So that is how she came to this thing, where she said that in case there is a proactive arousal in the person, so when that proactive arousal is given by some sensory input, whether it is tactile or anything, so when that sensory input is given along with a visual and auditory stimulation, now we are talking about the 5 senses being integrated. Now when we do that, so that arousal takes place, arousal of the system. and that sensory processing system starts working. And when that is done by a therapist in a joint attention manner, whereas there is a link between the therapist and the patient, so that multiple sensory processing starts happening. And when that processing is smooth, some of the symptoms which are there in these neurodevelopmental disorders, they start resolving. Understand? I'm taking this word resolving because there is it's not as if the person is lacking in something. It is just the resolution of that problem that he had because of the multiple sensory disintegration, or you can slowness of that process. So when we do that through reattach therapy, uh, in a way, the social cognitive training, which is very much required for people in autism, that happens. And uh, as you know about theory of mind, so the theory of mind is also one of the concept that is said to be lacking. So the whole process starts working, and the concept about self, about others, about social cognition, about what is good, what is not good. As you know, the people with the autism, they are unable to connect with other people because of lack of this concept of self and others. So she found that in a way this is working. And when this proactive arousal happened, it also released oxytocin. I hope you are aware how oxytocin works in our system, what all it does. So in a way that when oxytocin is released, there are certain hormones that are working. Because of that, certain multiple sensory processing starts working in an amazing manner, and it improves the connectivity within the system. Memory processes are built up. There is more demand of processing, multiple sensory processing that is happening. And this is how a bit of idea about how the therapy works. Basically, it starts with the arousal, which is through the sensory organs that we have. And when that information that is or the arousal that reaches the brain, it gets processed by this therapy. So it's basically a joint attention that is there with the therapist, within the therapist and the patient. So they have a sort of link, and because of that, the processing happens. And during that time, during the time of arousal, you can introduce certain concepts you want to be changed. So that brings us to new horizons about the reattach therapy, as when we move away from blocking to smooth processing. So when the smooth processing happened, so it was found out that it's not only in autism or neurodevelopmental disorders that is it's working. It is working even in people who had depressive disorders. It was working. Dr. Ashutosh has done research on anxiety disorders and application of it. And there are so many. I have done it on conduct disorder and this conduct disorder and other various disorders which are there in the children. So basically, as we started working more towards the application part of it, there was a huge area, huge domains which were untapped. And now internationally, as Dr. Ashutosh will tell you, there is a lot of research happening and a lot of application that is happening in reattach. Over to you, Dr. Ashutosh.
Thank you. Thank you. Rituji has prepared a beautiful video on basic understanding of reattach. So I'll play that video briefly for all of you. And after the video, I'll be discussing a bit more about this method, okay? So just give me a second. I'll play that video for you.
There's no video.
Conditions, learning new things, and reimagining life by rebuilding new skills and resilience. During optimal growth in reattach, processing and differentiation of problematic schemas and pathological concepts occurs. Once processed, psychopathology caused by those schemas reduces. During optimal arousal, new positive experiences and skills are added to better self-management. This intervention helps with theory of mind and mentalization, where understanding for others' feelings, thoughts, reasons, and needs develops. It also allows people to use the word feeling of attachment. Research evidence
So, कुछ टेक्निकल रीजंस की वजह से आप लोग इसका साउंड नहीं सुन पाए, बट विल गिव यू द लिंक और आप लोग उस लिंक पे जाके विद साउंड ये पूरा वीडियो दोबारा से देख सकते हैं. नाउ आई विल बी taking you through the reattach therapy, what it is and how it works. So जैसा कि रितु जी ने बताया that reattach therapy was developed by Dr. Paula. So it is a therapy which in which people do not have to discuss their problems. Rather, we make certain changes in the information processing of brain, that even when the person is not sharing the core confidential information, the therapy works. So normally what happens, most of the talk therapies like CBT and other therapies, what they do, they work on the content of your thought. So whatever information you are giving or getting or whatever you are thinking, other therapies work on changing the content of that. But reattach does not bother about the content, it works about the information processing method. How do you process that information that is going in your brain? So if we process it correctly, the cognitive biases will definitely be lesser in number. Like when we are stressed, when we are hyper aroused, we are not able to use all the information that is there because of mono-channel processing. So this mono processing is actually the barrier. This creates a kind of tunnel vision that we are not able to see the alternatives or different side of the situation and find the solution. But when reattach intervention is given, it helps you integrate your multiple sensory information and make a coherent whole of the entire scenario and come to a meaningful conclusion of this, and thus the problem solving improves. So it is very effective when there is a problem in communication, like person is not able to communicate. So reattach helps a lot in improving the quality of communication. It also, as Rituji told, that it helps people only by listening and thinking the assignments or the mental assignments given to them in a very standard sensory arousal condition. So it helps to overcome developmental arrests in mental health problems, including autism. It equally applies to whole array of transdiagnostic symptomology. It means it works on the symptom, not diagnosis. So suppose there is a symptom called anxiety, not the anxiety disorder. So if anxiety symptom is present in 100 disorders, so what reattach will do? It will reduce the level of anxiety in all these disorders, be it autism, be it general anxiety disorder, be it social anxiety, be it OCD, be it personality disorders, be it any kind of disorder. If anxiety symptom is there, that will be regulated, or emotional dysregulation is there. If reattach intervention is given, emotional dysregulation will improve. So it works on the transdiagnostic symptomology. It means we don't bother about what is your diagnosis in terms of therapy, not in terms of reporting, but in terms of therapy, we are least bothered about the diagnosis. We are bothered about symptoms, that these are the 10 symptoms that reattach will definitely reduce. So it can be adjusted to treat most of the emotional, psychological, developmental, behavioral, or physical challenges such as neurorehabilitation. Like it has been very successfully used in neurorehabilitation conditions like paralysis or post-paralysis recovery, accidental cases where neurological impact is there, even improving the performance in top sports. So it is growing and blossoming like anything, and its efficacy is being tested across different scenarios. So professionals use Reattach to optimize personal growth and help you to become the best version of yourself. So whatever you are, whoever you are, Reattach can enhance and accelerate the growth potential. So what it does, it facilitates the optimal development through affect and arousal regulation, multiple sensory integration, coherent social cognitive training, and continuous active learning. So these elements are essential in overcoming developmental arrest of any kind and can be used to stimulate personal growth. It is a tailored intervention, which means that for every client there has to be a customization, a adjustment of the protocol. So there is a basic protocol and there is customization or tailor-made design for each and every participant. The participant who is verbal, who is non-verbal, who is having X kind of cognitive ability, who is having Y kind of cognitive ability. So it needs to be adjusted and customized for each client. It can help to process information coherently with the optimal mindset of learning. So it will create that optimal mindset where learning is possible and information processing becomes more and more coherent. So even in case of autistic children or autistic patients, you will see that they are not able to process the information in the same way we do. But Reattach empowers them, enables them to do that. So how does it work? So 6 steps, what Rituji has already told, that proactive arousal and oxytocin regulation. Second is joint attention. Third is multiple sensory processing. Then social cognitive training. Then improving connectivity and cognitive bias modification. So what is the process? Let's just try to understand this process. So normally what happens whenever we are anxiety or over-aroused, amygdala is overactive. So this overactive amygdala leads to sensory overload and makes it shut down and leads to mono information processing. And then we are trapped into a fragmentized puzzle of the environment and we are not able to solve it. That leads to anxiety, depression, and insecurity. Now what Reattach does, from anxiety to it works, or anxiety or over arousal to, we work on bringing the arousal level to a moderate level. So what we call it, arousal regulation. Then for sensory overload, what we do, social initiative and joint attention and oxytocin. For mono information processing, we facilitate multi-sensory integration processing. For fragmentized puzzled, we create coherent concepts, and then anxiety, depression, and insecurity definitely gone, less problems, more self-confidence. This is how it works. So what is a session like? It's a session of 20 minutes roughly, where you will receive thinking assignments, while simultaneously the Reattach therapist provide multiple sensory inputs through tactile, auditory, and visual stimulus. You may expect that it will be difficult to stay focused during Reattach session, but due to the external affect and arousal regulation and multi-sensory stimulation, this seems real. But most individuals find Reattach a pleasant and calming experience, and a great benefit of Reattach is that personal growth appears gradually since your development is only provoked. So we trigger something and the change starts. So we start a change reaction, we don't conclude the reaction. So suppose we completed the therapy, but you might see changes 6 months later or a year later because we have only initiated the process. For traumatized patients, Reattach is a mild intervention with a steady improvement. So we had first reattached therapy training in India in 2017 January. So Dr. Polak came to India and she trained some 16 of us on reattach method. And I think 4 or 5 of us are still practicing. Then there was a conference in 2018 and myself and Dr. Ritu, we both participated in that conference, and reattached therapists from across the globe appeared and presented their research work, and it was eye-opening to see. Before going to this workshop, I was of the opinion that autism cannot be treated. It can only be managed. But I saw few completely recovered autistic children who are now adult, doing normal healthy life with more efficiently than we do normally. So there was a conference proposed this year, but it has been postponed. Now most likely this will be taking place in the year end or next year. So you might get a new deadline if you want to submit a paper to this conference. Then there is Reattach Umbrella, it's Reattach Therapy International Foundation is there in Netherlands. Then there is Reattach Therapy Institute, which has now become an academy. So Reattach Therapy Academy Netherlands. And there is a journal. This is a free open access journal. So you can go to this link, read about the articles and submit your papers for various developmental diversity issues or mental health issues. So it is a comprehensive journal on reattached therapy and developmental diversity. So reattached therapists and trainers are present in more than 27 countries now. So it's a global phenomena. It's not limited to India and Netherlands only. A reattached therapy training intervention center we have started in India. It is affiliated to Netherlands, Reattach Academy Netherlands. And we are continuously engaged in reattached therapy and developmental diversity related training, research and intervention. So Sayuni Trust is the host for the Reattach India, and it's a not-for-profit registered trust. And this is how we are working. Now I'm opening the forum for question and answer sessions. If you want to ask anything, just raise your hand and I'll unmute your mic and you can ask. Any question if you want to ask, you're most welcome. Yes, Rakib.
Good afternoon, Dr. Ashutosh. First of all, congratulations for presenting such an informative workshop,
Thank you.
a webinar on a topic which is so pertinent. मैं जानना चाहता हूँ डॉक्टर साहब कि हम लोग रीअटैच थेरेपी को जब ऑटिज्म वाले बच्चों में हम लोग यूज करते हैं तो मेरा क्या हम ये बोल सकते हैं कि हम इसे माइल्ड, मॉडरेट और सीवियर क्या इसको कैटेगराइज कर सकते हैं एप्लीकेशन को अलग-अलग प्रोटोकॉल्स के थ्रू या
नहीं
फिर
कर सकते क्योंकि राकिब ये पूरा मेथड डायग्नोस्टिक पे काम ही नहीं करता। सो हो सकता है माइल्ड किसी केस में माइल्ड में हमको ज्यादा अच्छे रिजल्ट मिल जाएं, सीवियर ना मिले किसी केस में, किसी बच्चे के साथ सीवियर में ज्यादा अच्छे रिजल्ट्स मिल जाएं, माइल्ड में ना मिले। सो दिस इज नॉट अ diagnostic based therapy that this will work on mild or moderate but not for severe, or this will work for severe only. But this will certainly bring certain symptoms down. It might be in, suppose there is a symptom of emotional dysregulation in a severe case. So if we give reattach intervention, it will bring down the emotional dysregulation in that child. But maybe that symptom is not there in the mild one, so it won't affect there. So it will work specifically on certain symptoms, not on the diagnosis. So we need to look at it from a different perspective. This is a systemic intervention also. So we don't work only with the client. We work with their family and parents, because we believe that if parents are hyper aroused, then that they will, radiate or communicate that arousal level to the child. So we bring the, or we regulate the arousal of the parents and the child as well. So in some cases, if parents are cooperative, child is cooperative, we may get better results in severe cases than in some cases where, things are not that favorable in mild cases or moderate ones.
Okay, okay, doctor. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, who is Amreen, you wanted to ask something.
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask, but first of all, a very good afternoon to all of you, especially sir and ma'am. It's a pleasure again interacting with you, Ashutosh sir, and first time experience with Ritu ma'am. Sir, I want to ask if we want to, participate in the workshop, or if we want to develop further, this a skill to go into the reattached therapy. Are there any institutes or any training programs available for us in India?
In India, we are not having any program at present. Netherlands is continuously running the programs. We are intending to have another program for therapist training in India, but before we could have finalized the program, we are into lockdown and globally there is no travel possible. So by the time we are not through with this corona situation, I don't see any possibility of reattached training happening in India.
I would like to add, sorry, I would like to
Yes,
add one
please.
more small thing to Rakib's question. The thing is that, when we do pre and post assessment in any this thing, like say he was talking about autism. So when we do that, it's very clear, certain symptoms, they come really, well managed in the post therapy thing. So that is basically for us to know that, how many symptoms have gone down. So the results are very, very, encouraging in this. And if you will try to apply, because we have done it in with autism also, right, Dr. Ashutosh?
Yes, yes.
We have done that intervention. So we did pre-therapy assessment and post-therapy. So that's significant amount of, the difference is visible. It's visible.
Okay.
So that's all. Yeah.
Thank you, Rituji, and
Thank
good
you.
afternoon. I just forgot to.
No, it's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Any more questions? Yes, Sakshi. Yes, Sakshi Pant.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Sir, yes, sir. So मेरा question ये था कि sir, as you said, कि reattach therapy जो है वो behavioral issues पे बहुत अच्छा work करती है, and जितनी भी hyper activity होती है वो बहुत ज़्यादा control में आ जाती है. But sir, what about their studies? क्या उससे बच्चे अपनी studies में भी participate कर पाते हैं अच्छे से? और सर अगर हम ऑटिज्म की बात करें तो लाइक मेंटल रिटार्डेशन में बच्चे कितना आगे जा सकते हैं विद दिस थेरेपी?
जैसे मैंने अपने प्रेजेंटेशन में कहा कि you will become a better version of you. So whatever you are, you will become. Suppose you are a psychologist, so you will become a better psychologist, not an engineer. So whatever is the potential of the child will be materialized, will be realized. But suppose child is already having low IQ, so we cannot increase the IQ by any psychotherapeutic method. And the second thing is that suppose that these symptoms, if they improve, will affect the studies or not. So it will be depending on the case that whether these symptoms are a barrier to the study or not. suppose child is able to manage his anxiety or any other symptom, maybe fatigue or maybe any XYZ symptom or insecurity while studying. So studying and these symptoms are not related, then reattach intervention will not affect the studies. But if these symptoms, suppose anxiety is a barrier to the, for the child for studies, then definitely if anxiety will go down, the child will be able to study better.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank you,
Sakshi?
sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Yes. Next. Yes. Anyone else? Raise your hand. Karishma ji, you want to ask? Okay.
सर ये पूछना था कि सीबीटी सेशंस के दौरान जिसको इमोशनल प्रॉब्लम होता है उसके साथ हम लोग की थेरेपी यूज कर सकते हैं?
थोड़ा तेज बोलेंगे, मैं सुन नहीं पाया.
ओके, एक्चुअली सर हम ये बोल रहे हैं कि जब हम सीबीटी सेशंस लेते हैं तो हम लोग पेशेंट को जब इमोशनल प्रॉब्लम्स होता है तो हम ये थेरेपी यूज कर सकते हैं?
बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं. दिस कैन बी इंटीग्रेटेड विद एनी अदर थेरेप्यूटिक मेथड, बिकॉज बाकी आप टॉक थेरेपी कर रहे हो और इसका कंट्रडिक्शन बहुत ज्यादा नहीं आता है.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर.
आप सीबीटी के साथ भी यूज कर सकते हो, आप किसी दूसरी थेरेपी के साथ भी यूज कर सकते हो.
थैंक यू सर.
क्योंकि ये डेवलप ही हुई है. जो यंग की स्कीमा थेरेपी थी, ये उसी का एक तरीके से आप समझिए अपग्रेडेड वर्जन है. सो जो सीबीटी आज जनरली नॉर्मली हम लोग यूज करते हैं वो 40 साल पुरानी है, जिसको बेक या एलिस का मॉडल कहते हैं. वो 40 साल पुराना है. और उस सीबीटी में बहुत सारे डेवलपमेंट आए एंड द लेटेस्ट जो हम बोलेंगे कि 15-20 साल पुराना है, दैट वाज स्कीमा थेरेपी. सो स्कीमा थेरेपी का भी एक अपग्रेडेड वर्जन आप समझिए रीअटैच थेरेपी है, जो करीब 10 साल पुराना हो चुका है धीरे धीरे.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सो मच.
Next question, please. कोई और सवाल? नहीं?
So I'll tell you, like Ashutosh has spoken about the trans-diagnostic approach. So this you can access one article is there in Reattach Journal, which basically proves that how across 5 disorders we have done a research where it has reduced the symptomology of a very contradicting disorders in a way, but cutting across all the disorder, like basically trans diagnostic we can call it. Basically what happens when we see a patient, the first when we are trained, when we see a patient, we are trained in such a manner that we diagnose the patient. Okay, we go by the symptomology. We say that okay, this symptom is present, and accordingly we start labeling the patient, we start diagnosing the patient. So this therapy works wonders in such a manner that it takes it across the diagnostic this thing. So instead of labeling, you start empathizing with the patient, and you start seeing how to bring down the symptoms, because one set of symptom goes down, rest of them also start coming down. That is one of one of the very good things that is about Reattach.
So there are two questions. One is about LD. So about LD, I will say the same thing. If symptoms are causing or making the dyslexia more severe, more complicated, then definitely Reattach will work on that. But if symptoms are not linked, then it's not a treatment for LD. LD का treatment क्या है? Remedial education. But suppose anxiety is associated with LD. So anxiety will be taken away with reattach intervention, and the LD interventions will be more effective in that case. And again, when we diagnose, what we do, every diagnosis is a syndrome or a set of symptoms. There is no diagnosis which is pure in itself. So whenever we say, we talk about mood, we talk about thought, we talk about behavior, we talk about, various similar symptoms. So transdiagnostic model says, instead of looking at the cluster or the syndrome, look at a specific symptom. If you are able to manage, suppose X illness has 15 symptoms, and if you are able to manage 10 out of those, that person will be in much better shape, number one. And there is a possibility that he himself is able to manage rest 5. So what reattach does, it works on certain symptoms which are across disorders. The symptoms, you might understand that we have tested on emotional dysregulation, we have tested on emotional fatigue, we have tested on stress, we have tested on anxiety. So it has been tested on various symptoms that it will bring. So few studies are on specific set of people with a specific set of disorders. Few studies are on comparative, that anxiety goes down in these 10 conditions, or emotional dysregulation goes down even in borderline personality. If we say there is, for borderline personality, the emotional dysregulation is being hardly managed by the DBT, dialectical behavior therapy. Otherwise, there is no method to manage the emotional dysregulation in borderline personality. But this reduces the emotional dysregulation or improves the emotional regulation of the client. So if we try this in borderline personality disorder, this will give very good results even there. And there is one more question, that what kind of license is required to practice in India? This is just another tool to your practice. You can use this method within your own license purview. It means if you are a clinical psychologist, so you have a license for that. If you are a physiotherapist, you have a license for that. If you are a special educator, you have a license for that. So whatever is your license, this therapy is an added tool to your own licensed practice. This is not something separate. Though there is a registration process that every reattached therapist must register with the Reattach Therapy Foundation, Netherlands. Okay. Any other question? Any other question if you want to ask? So if I have not done MPhil from RCI Institute, so there is any other way to get license? License for what? If you want to become clinical psychologist or rehabilitation psychologist or special educator, there is only licensing authority, that is RCI. So without RCI, you can't become a clinical psychologist or rehabilitation psychologist or a special educator. If you want to practice in some other category, you can definitely do. Like reattach can also be used for personality growth. In sports, it is being used. So you can practice as a sports psychologist and there is no registration required for that. You can practice as a corporate trainer for performance enhancement. Use reattach method, there is no license required. But if you want to use it as a clinical psychologist, you need to be trained as clinical psychologist or a special educator or rehabilitation psychologist, whatever it is. Anything else? Or shall we wind it up? So Rituji, I'll request you once again to say thank you to all the participants. And we can keep connected. I have your numbers and email IDs. We'll be sending you few reading material also, which you can continue to read. And whenever you want to be, any information about reattach therapy, we will definitely be getting connected on different platforms, not necessarily through Zoom meeting, through WhatsApp, through emails. And we are looking forward to have one more webinar next month. So we'll announce the date soon. And we'll try to keep these kind of engagements on a regular basis. Rituji, please, a formal word. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining in here. I hope we were able to clarify certain points about the therapy, and any question you can contact. And like you all must be very curious now to join the next reattach therapy training program. So be on a lookout on social media for various inputs that we're going to give out. And thank you all a lot for you all to be here. And it was really nice interacting with you all. Thank you, Dr. Ashutosh. And
thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Let's call it a wrap. Wish you all the best. And
yes.
yeah, thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay. Bye.